We gon' start this thing alright. We ball in the motherfucking house. Come on, come on. Do it, baby, do it, baby. Yeah. Do it, baby, do it, baby. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life.
Living my best life.
You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the fuck you be wildin' for? Come on, I get my grin on. I'm smelling, bitch, cause I always get my win on. I've been on so many different stages. Graced the cover of 100 magazine pages. Made people smile everywhere that I went. I even put it on the first black president. It's evident I'm hot as a crock pot. With a big ass smile like Mr. Hot Spot. You got a lot to be smiling for.
Episode 10.
So what the fuck you be wildin' for?
We in here. 10 weeks in.
If you're breathing, right. You achieving.
Actually 11, but hey,
we have 11. Believe that.
I like those eyes. Every Saturday
I'm living my best life.
Turn out to be a nice day outside.
I'm living my best life.
I guess it was raining while I was knocked out.
Put your middle fingers up in the air and show a hater you don't even much care. We finna get another bag this year. My ex bitch, you can have it. This year, bad vibes get cut off. More trips.
Damn, son, you just hit with a wow effect.
Most shows with Duval and Snoop Dogg. Look, I ain't trying to throw no shade, cause I can't see them in my lane. As long as my rent getting paid, I can care less what a bitch think, huh? You in the club every night with no job. Eating good off your food stamp card. You made a killing last year off fraud. If you know you ain't doing the work tomorrow, I'm living.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the Dane&Jeremy Podcast, episode 10. I'm the host, Jeremy, my co-host.
Dane, y'all, DMV, what it do? Parentheses around the M. Yo, get up, sit tight, hand back. Damn, I fucked that up, but sit back, hang tight, man. Well, we give y'all something funky to listen to, man. This is episode 10, man.
My God, Dave. You wanna what you wanna repeat that?
Nah, go ahead, man. It's all good.
All right. Well, we're here to cover the latest sports and current events. So Dave, how was your week, man?
I mean, my week was good for the most part. I mean, I didn't get the news that I wanted to get, but you know, it was my wrongdoing. You know what I'm talking about,
right?
You know, so
yeah,
it's all good, you know. But just have my head down right now and just grinding, and hopefully another opportunity come up, you know, so that doesn't hurt me in the end again.
Gotcha. Something else will definitely come up. I mean, no need to put your head down about it.
Yeah.
You know, you just keep on grinding, keep on pushing. You know, things always come. But don't worry about it, man. It's nothing to be tripping over. I mean, don't worry about it. You'll get there. You know what I mean? My week was good. You know, got a new experience at work. Servicing the Capitol building is pretty cool. Yeah. Places that I would never thought that, you know what I mean, I would ever be. And it was like, it was pretty cool, man. I took some pictures, of course, going around, but it was pretty cool, man. But it's a very interesting job, and, you know, so just new opportunities and things like that.
Yeah, I'm excited for you, man. You deserve it. You put in the work for it. Appreciate you. Keep on excelling. You know
appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
And I'm pretty sure you're soon to come.
Yeah, you know,
you're soon to come.
I did something that came back to haunt me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's all good. But I appreciate you looking out, man, and trying to put in a word for me. You know, it would have happened if that never happened. Right. You know what I mean? So it's all good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, well, you know what else was great about last week and this week in the next coming weeks, football's back. Oh man,
Thank you, Lord.
That was another great thing.
Thank you.
You know, I got to watch my Cowboys play since we last shot our podcast. It was a losing effort, but I appreciated seeing Dak throw a 30-yard bomb to our rookie wide receiver. Showed me something. It might be something there, but we don't know. I love that football is back.
Yeah.
My second team. I don't know if I told people. My second team is the Cleveland Browns.
Oh man,
I'm rooting for the Cleveland Browns. I think they can do some things. I think we can go 6-10. I think my Browns can go 6-10. I think my Brownies can go 6-10.
Jeremy, you're
and my Cowboys go 11-5.
I can't believe you as a Cowboys fan, you know, that you're sitting here and talking about second team. You know,
I never had a second team a day in my life.
No, it's hurting me though.
So,
I would appreciate if you said sleeper.
A lot of people have.
If you said sleeper.
No, but I see a lot of people have second teams out here.
If you said sleeper,
so I'm like, okay.
I don't have one of those.
So I said I'm gonna start rooting for the Browns.
I mean, I guess I'm
selfish.
selfish.
I root for the Browns? I mean, there was 0-16 this year.
I guess I'm selfish.
I root for the Browns. It's not like I'm jumping on a team that was good. You know what I mean? I'm picking an 0-16 football team.
You said 6-10?
Yeah, we're going 6-10. 6-10.
I think they'll be 7-9.
As long as Hugh Jackson is a Browns
I think they'll be 7-9.
I will be a Browns fan.
I think they'll be 7-9. I think they'll have room to be 8-8. You know, maybe 9-7.
Right.
I think so. So
okay, I got you.
I mean, football's back. It's preseason. You know, nothing for me to get worked over. But the one thing I do appreciate about preseason is just seeing the young talent, you know, developing and getting better. Seeing the people that's trying to make the team and that's hungry. That always means a lot to me. You know what I mean?
All right.
So I mean, I'm excited. Ohio State.
I'm excited too.
Ohio State gearing up.
Yep.
You know, getting ready, getting oiled up.
Yep.
You know, well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
So we about to make some noise this year.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Hey, the 7 era is about to begin.
Definitely.
Haskins, shout out. You know what I mean?
Definitely. It's definitely about to begin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do some over and unders, Dane. I'm gonna do some over unders. Can we do some over unders?
I'm down.
Let's do some over under evens. Let's do some over under evens.
Go ahead, hit me.
I'm interested in seeing because you did it. I said my Browns 6-10. Over
Stop
under.
saying you're
even.
Browns. You're a Cowboy.
Browns
We're gonna have a serious
over,
talk after this podcast.
Even. Browns over under even.
They're gonna be under. You said 6-10. I'm going with 7-9. I think they're good.
So they're gonna be over.
Well, okay, over me. I'm thinking about 500. My bad. So you set the mark at 6.
I said 6-10.
6-10, right? I'm thinking about that. My bad. So it'd be over 7-9.
Okay.
Yeah, 7-9.
I like that.
That's my mark.
I like that.
They're still playing a tough division at the end of the day with 3 other experienced teams. So
I like that. Let's go to Bengals. 8-8. Over under even.
8-8. They still have some talent there. Oh man, the Bengals. I think I'm gonna keep it at even. 8-8.
8-8.
Yeah, that might be a little generous.
I'm going under. Just because I think my emergence. Hey, I think they're emerging some of my Brownies.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make some noise. They're gonna make some noise in the division.
What?
They're gonna make some noise in the division. I think the Steelers. The Steelers are the Steelers.
Yeah.
As long as they have Antonio Brown and his great route running, and Ben Roethlisberger throwing the ball,
Juju
and Le'Veon Bell running the ball, and Juju Smith-Schuster. And James Washington, they added. Can't forget that guy. He's going to be a great deep threat for them. Mm-hmm. And their defense is Pittsburgh's defense. I mean, their secondary is kind of suspect, but I'm pretty sure they're going to stop the run. So but my Browns, but yeah, they're the Steelers. And I see the Ravens. The Ravens possibly being better. Joe Flacco having a match slip behind his butt with Lamar Jackson right there, and also RG3 there too as well. But I think RG3 is really just a camp arm. I really think they're going to get rid of him.
I think he's going to get cut.
And
Lamar's not ready.
To grow for Lamar.
Lamar's not ready.
We don't know.
He's not ready.
You don't know unless you
talk
out there.
He's not ready.
We don't know.
He's not
I
ready.
don't think he's ready either.
That
first preseason game, I really didn't like his delivery.
He's pressing.
Yeah, but I really didn't like his delivery.
Yeah, you got to work on that.
Yeah, I didn't like his delivery. I didn't understand.
He's not ready.
Yeah, it's some things that's funny when you watch a player in college a lot, but when he gets to the league, these other things show you like, oh, I didn't never notice that in college. But
well, college they play outside the hash marks.
Right, that's true.
And then you play in the middle of the field.
Right.
Everything's tighter windows.
Everything's tight. No, well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, but
so you have the Bengals as under.
Right.
Yeah.
Bengals, I have them under. So the Buccaneers. Over under 7-9. Even.
I'm gonna go under. I'm with 5-11. That team has looked like it has a lot of distractions. They're in turmoil right now. I think what's it, Dirk Cutter is the head coach. I think he's gonna lose his job at the end of this year. I think 5-11, and then Jameis is gonna miss the first 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, because of the suspension.
Yeah, so they might be 1-3.
1-3 coming out of that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And
Jameis isn't. He let me down.
I kind of agree. I think under because of James Winston's overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's that good. Then we also have this guy named who's their backup? Nobody knows. So they're in trouble. I agree with you. I think under as well. I don't know who their running back is. I don't know nothing about them.
Oh, they let go of the muscle hamster.
Yeah, he went to Oakland. No, did he go to Oakland?
I don't know where he went. Martin, right?
Yeah. I think he went to Oakland. I'm not sure. I'm not positive.
Oh, we're terrible this morning.
Yeah, I'm not positive.
We're terrible this morning. We should
have
have
that
that
information. I really
information.
believe he went to Oakland. But I'm not. But we can, I really do believe he went to Oakland. We can have that information. I mean, that's nothing. But I think he went to Oakland. What's his name?
Doug Martin?
Yeah, Doug Martin. I think he went to Oakland.
The muscle hamster.
I'm pretty sure about that. See if I look that up.
The imaginary
he went to the Oakland Raiders.
He
went to the Oakland Raiders. So he's going to back up Marshawn Lynch.
That's a decent backfield.
I think that's good. I think that's a great backfield.
Yeah,
Marshawn Lynch and Doug Martin.
The reason why I say decent,
they complement each other pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's decent because I don't think Marshawn really cared about football.
Oh no, this is all Oakland is all just getting ready for the move to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Marshawn going to the Raiders was let's calm the city down because they know Oakland fans are definitely upset about this move. So it was like let's calm the city down, and then so let's get Marshawn Lynch. I think John Gruden is also part of it. Like John Gruden is there for the transition. I don't see John Gruden has a 10-year contract that I don't see him being there for 10 years. I see John Gruden being there for like 4 years and then bouncing.
Well, he got a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you that.
I don't think he's going to be there for 10 years. I see him being there for like 4 because I think he had a great gig at ESPN. That quarterback camp and Monday Night Football, he had a great gig. ESPN.
Not only that, I think he's overrated too because the reason why I say that is because his record, what is he like, 57 56 or something like that.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with John Gruden. With Tony Dungy.
Not his team. Yeah, he took somebody's team.
Yeah,
to win the Super Bowl. Not saying he didn't get his teams up there.
And the reason why they won the Super Bowl is because he knew everything Oakland was going to do.
The calls and stuff.
Yeah, because he was just the coach. He was just the coach the year prior. So he knew everything was going on there. So yeah. But I don't think, I think John Gruden, and also I just think you've been at the game too long. These are new kids now. These kids you can't be strict like how you were back in the day because these kids aren't like that. You know what I mean? They're a little bit more sensitive, I should say.
Well, yeah, you gotta take your time, especially with the stuff that happened at University of Maryland, man.
Oh man, that's just so sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's this day and age, dealing with millennials, it's different. Back in our day, fuck you, put a Band-Aid on it, suck it up, you know what I mean? Right. Keep it moving, this day and age, there's gonna be some serious repercussions, and people being reprimanded for their actions for the stuff that's happened. DJ Durkin. I appreciated him as a coach just because I like when we went out to Maryland and just, put that paddle to their asses every game, you know what I mean?
Very true.
But that not only hurts Maryland, that hurts recruiting, and Maryland already had it bad enough in recruiting with Penn State, Virginia Tech, and maybe a Virginia. stealing recruits out of this area every year. I mean, this is Penn State's backyard.
Right.
So that really hurts. So we have to take your time, and millennials want to know why.
Right.
You have to take your time with them, and you see it throughout the league with all these old school coaches getting phased out, and all these up to date people, being able to relate to these players and the young kids coming out.
Right.
So it's a match. It's not like I'm bumping heads because the coaches never outlast the player.
Very true.
If I have a star player that's selling out stadiums and stuff like that, and it's the main attraction, I'm gonna get you out.
Very true. Very true. Very
true. It is what it is.
Very true. But it's things. It's great, man. It's great. Football's back. I'm very happy about that, man. Cowboys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Over or under 8-8.
Oh, over. I got us going 10-6. We want to reclaim that title. Hopefully, 10-6 gets us into the playoffs. We can win the division. I think our division is going to be the toughest division in the NFL this year. Top to bottom. Yeah, top to bottom.
Top to bottom, you think that's going to be the toughest?
I think we might have 2 10-6 teams.
I think we're going to be 11-5.
11-5.
11-5.
11-5. I can see that.
I think they're going to use Dak to be more of a Brady type thing, and they're going to get dump the ball around.
Yards after the catch.
Zeke is going to be Zeke. I think they're going to try to find other ways to get Zeke the ball on open field. Because Zeke with the ball in his hands is just a home run. Anytime.
Yeah, no, you want to get your best players some touches.
Right. So I think they're going to try to find ways. They're saying that Zeke is watching a lot of Marshall Faulk tape. And you know how I feel about Marshall.
Yeah.
I think Marshall's the best back ever. That's just me personally. Marshall does everything. Did
Scott Linehan coach Marshall?
Huh?
Did he coach Marshall in St. Louis?
I don't think he did.
Or Marshall wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't think he did
at that time.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
And Marshall was a different animal, man.
Hey, Marshall, man. Marshall to me was just.
He's the great. To me, he's the greatest all-purpose back of all time.
I think he's the greatest back. Period.
No.
Because the reason why when you say all-purpose, that means he can do everything, right?
Yeah.
So why is he not the greatest back if he can do everything? Okay.
I mean, I'm
Barry
biased.
Sanders,
I'm biased.
Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Jim Brown, guys like that, they might have been better runners of the football than Marshall Faulk.
So talk about generations then.
Huh? No, but listen, they're better runners.
They're better. And Emmitt's Day, you didn't really require him to, offense we ran in at that day and age, you didn't really require Emmitt to catch the ball out of the backfield. But that wasn't his game.
But what you have to realize is this, though.
You're talking about all time.
Marshall was doing that in
all
Indy.
time.
Marshall was doing that in Indy in '94.
But that's his game.
Yeah,
with Jim Harbaugh quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's his game.
That's all around. He can do it all.
But that's his game.
The reason why they did that is because he can do all that. So I'm like, this dude would get
Marshall's probably top 5. I gotta revise that list later, but he's probably top 5. I have him somewhere in top 5. Thinking about all the backs. Maybe
Dane, if you can give me 1,000 yards rushing and 80 receptions,
that's amazing. I mean, that's production. That's production. But man, I gotta think about it because I'm biased about Emmitt.
And I'm looking at
Emmitt's always number 1 in my book.
I feel what you're saying.
He's always number 1 in my book.
I feel what you're saying, but I'm looking at it. I gotta put my pride. I gotta put my love for Emmitt to the side. Because if anybody asks me who's better, Emmitt or Barry, I'm going Emmitt.
I'm going Emmitt all day.
I'm going Emmitt all day. I'm going Emmitt. I know that's not the popular opinion. We might get some reactions from it, but it's okay. But I'm going Emmitt all day because that's just what I believe. I'm taking Emmitt because Emmitt knew how to find them holes. He hit them holes and he did what he had to do. But he rarely lost yards. That's what I like about Emmitt. It's the same thing that I like about Zeke. That he rarely loses yards.
Forward.
Yeah, he rarely loses yards. And that's what I think was good about backs. That's what makes a great back. Do you go forward? Do you go forward and when you're not going backwards? You're not losing yards. You always is either going to be a no gain or 1 yard. You're not losing.
But you're looking at what you think with Zeke. everything's more spread, run outside the tackles nowadays, and then spread offenses and throw it around the yard. Zeke is still built like an old school running back.
That's true.
He can thump it between the tackles, and he loves to embrace that contact.
That's very true.
He invites all tacklers.
That's very true.
He invites all tacklers. So, this year I don't know if Zeke will ever be as a Marshall, as fluent as Marshall was, in and out of breaks, running line and out wide. I'm not saying Zeke can't do that, but I don't know about him, just lining up. But I mean, 60 catches maybe. I'll go. Put the under at 60. 60 catches for 500 yards. That's not bad.
60 catches for 500?
Yeah, 500
That definitely isn't bad. But
I'll give him that this year. Because Dak is going to be doing a lot of dinking and dunking, so.
Oh, he's going to be doing a whole lot of dinking and dunking. A whole lot of dinking.
Don't forget about Tavon Dawson, though, man. People sleeping on him. I know he hasn't panned out in the league yet, but, I think this is going to be his year.
Right.
58 catches was his career high. I'll give him 45 for this year.
45.
Cole Beasley's still that guy.
Yeah, That's true. So, the other thing popular that happened this week, which was great, was Jalen Ramsey interview with GQ magazine.
Jalen.
That was great. That was great stuff for the week. I don't know if you guys knew, but apparently he had an interview with GQ magazine. They asked him a couple questions. He was critiquing quarterbacks. It came to a point where I just think the interviewer realized Jalen didn't care. So he was just throwing out names.
Throwing it out at that point.
Just throwing out names.
Tell me how you really feel, Jalen.
Right, and Jalen was just telling them. And it was, he went from Baker, talked about Baker, then the Lamar Jackson situation. He went from your boy Ryan Tannehill.
My boy. My boy.
He went from your boy Dak, my boy Dak.
The Dak one did hurt me. I'm going to get to that, though.
The Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. This guy, he pretty much covered it all. But it was crazy. I mean, let's look here. He said Josh Allen is trash. He said, I don't care what nobody say, he's trash. It's not, and it's going to show too. That's a stupid draft pick to me. We play them this year. I'm excited as hell. I hope there's a starter. I hope he's the starting quarterback. He played at Wyoming. Every time they played a big school, like the play at Iowa State, which is not a big school in my opinion, because I went to Florida State, which is trash to me. Yeah. Florida State's trash. But he was just talking big trash. What do you think about Josh Allen?
With Jalen?
Do you agree with him? Do you think he's trash?
Well, seeing as he came from Wyoming, and when you talk about Carson Wentz and people like that, Carson Wentz is an anomaly, to come out of a situation like that, and you knew you put him in a pro-style offense, he's gonna succeed. Josh Allen, he's more of a prototypical pocket passer, a little mobility, but when you look at Wyoming, right, in his defense, he didn't really have the talent, the requisite talent around him to really floss as those big schools where Jalen Ramsey went to.
Mm-hmm.
That just recruits come in by the handful. So Josh Allen, I don't think he's trash. He has a great arm. The potential's there.
Right.
He will make mistakes. Rookies do often make mistakes, but he's not a Carson Wentz. Bless you, sir. He's not a Carson Wentz. The reason why I say that is, he might press it a little bit. Those big gunslingers, man, with them arms, right, man. They think they can fit everything in there,
right?
Rather than go through their progressions, But trash, no, that's yet to be seen. I'm not going to put that on Josh Allen. A racist, yes, I do think he's racist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not only because he came from Wyoming, but he made that tweet and all that. He probably matured since, but you're a racist. You can't do that. You can't do that. But that's neither here or there. But
did this come out before or after the draft?
Somebody just dug up old tweets.
Was it before or after the draft?
I mean, before we got drafted. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's why he slid. But I do think Josh Allen should have been a top 10 pick, top 8. Maybe.
Oh, so you think he's good?
I think he's good. I think he's
trash.
Why do you think he's trash? Why do you think he's trash?
Because of his stature.
He's a prototypical pocket passer.
This guy's like 6'6", 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand by the history, I like to go by history.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the history.
6'6", 6'7" quarterbacks really don't do well.
Oh, I missed that. Brock Osweiler, and
Ryan Mallett, Brock Osweiler, Joe Flacco. He's okay. He might be one of the few. You got what I'm saying? Cam Newton, he's rare. Cam Newton's a rare talent. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the prototypical quarterback, you really want him around 6'4".
That's what Josh Allen
around
is.
6'3", 6'4". No, around 6'3", 6'4". You know what I mean? Because usually that 6'6" guy is really a statue in the pocket.
You can see over the line.
But he's usually a statue in the pocket.
But Jeremy, I said Josh Allen has some mobility. I said that. He can move the pocket. What are you, LeVar Ball now? What are you, LeVar Ball now? His skin color? Come on, man. He can move the pocket. He's no Steve Young, but he can move the pocket.
Oh, Steve, that's my guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's not Steve Young. Nobody saying he's Steve Young.
Lefty.
Yeah,
he's a lefty. So he's rare with few. You know what I mean? He's a lefty. Mm-hmm. But I don't. We noticed that this kid, and I kind of agree that when he played against the big teams, he really didn't do well. But that could be due to the talent around him, because he did play at Wyoming. So that could be due to the talent.
That's why I'm not going to hold that to his detriment, man. Like, he didn't really have talent. You going against Iowa State, Nebraska one year. You know what I mean? You outmatched at that point.
Right.
And any quarterback, I don't care who you are. You playing against superior talent, you're going to look at normal.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
So I'm not holding it against him. It's yet to be seen. That's what I say. It's yet to be seen. I mean, he's coming from college to NFL. I'm not judging him just yet. But they do play the Jaguars this year, so that's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm going to set that on my DVR.
And then he said, and then the reporter, he said, who are the quarterbacks in your opinion who don't suck? He said Aaron Rodgers doesn't suck. Tom Brady doesn't. I got to think now about all the teams. I think Marcus Mariota is a great quarterback for their team. I think Tyrod Taylor is actually a better quarterback.
He said Mariota was a great game manager.
Yeah, but he said he was a great quarterback for his team. Yeah, this was earlier, and then he said, I think Tyrod Taylor is actually a better quarterback than he gets credit for, because he does not make mistakes.
Another game manager.
Mm-hmm. He does not make mistakes. Game manager. Mm-hmm. He honestly a Marcus Mariota type player, where he manages the game really well.
Right,
you got what I'm saying? Always has them at least in a position to be in the game, late in the game. He just doesn't turn it over often. That's really all you need, especially if you got a good defense. So he that's what he felt about. He said, Aaron Rodgers good. We all know that he doesn't suck.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady doesn't suck. That's a bad man.
He is good,
but we all know Tom Brady doesn't suck. Tom Brady is 40 and he's just slinging it like he's 25.
Yeah, like he's
that man was making throws on Thursday night. I was just amazed by the throws he was making.
But the offense that Tom Brady runs and has run over the years, this is a quick timing offense. Just get the ball out quick.
Definitely. Get the guy open, get him. Take 5 or 6 yards. Well, that's a win.
To back what you said about Dak, we're trying to go, take that kind of blueprint this year. Take less hits. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How many times Tom Brady gets sacked a year? Like less than 3?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady doesn't get hit a lot. Man. Tom Brady's good. Then they asked him, "Are you sold on the Jimmy Garoppolo hype? Jimmy G, or how do you pronounce it?"
I think Jimmy G is good. I think he's going to be as advertised.
And you think so?
I think so.
All right, let's see what Ramsey thinks. I don't know yet. Just because when they beat us, his hype picked up. They were like, he beat the number 1 defense. It was all schemes. He said he beat the number 1 defense. Man, it was all schemes. He didn't beat us. It wasn't like he diced us up. It was literally all schemes. They were doing flat routes to the wide open fullback, and he was running 20 yards downfield 4 times during that game. So he didn't really dice us up. It was their fullback and tight end and over routes. But if you know how to work within your scheme, then it means you're good. I guess you could say he's good. I gotta go down the list of NFL teams if you want to make sure I'm hitting all the good quarterbacks. So he was just going down the list of quarterbacks and stuff.
Back to Jimmy Garoppolo. He's good. The reason why he's good because Tom Brady wanted him out of there. He didn't want Garoppolo getting any kind of snaps in that offense.
Right.
Kind of like when Joe Montana didn't want Steve Young getting snaps. You know what I mean? You got people who forget about that.
That's
true. Tom Brady knows. And what Jimmy Garoppolo's bringing to the San Francisco organization, not only that he can pick up a playbook in no time and master it,
right?
Leadership, commitment, film study, getting guys lined up, running the right plays, being an extension of Kyle Shanahan on the field.
Right.
Like when he had Matt Ryan, the MVP year. Matt Ryan is super smart. He's a super smart QB. Run the offense the way as drawn up on the playbook. So Jimmy G's gonna be good. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna be a Pro Bowler this year.
And you mentioned Matt Ryan. Since you want to bring up Matt Ryan, my man Ramsey, he thinks he's overrated. You could tell me you won an MVP 2 years ago, and 2 years ago, and then last year you were a complete bust, and you still got Julio Jones. That's kind of
Matt Ryan is, I don't think overrated, man. He's been Matt Ryan since he came into the league. He's always done what he had to do. He's put up big numbers. So I don't see overrated. You know what I mean? I don't see overrated. I don't think Julio does help him, but I don't think Julio makes him who he is.
See, but I don't think
or what I think what Jalen Ramsey jumped to conclusions is that after Shanahan left, that offense really propelled him to another rarefied air.
Right.
Him becoming another ilk of quarterback.
Gotcha.
But after Shanahan left, you have to learn a new offense. You know what I mean? Things were running slow. You know what I mean? I guess people weren't on the same page. Play calling was probably different. The patterns. So I'm not blaming Matt Ryan. You can't do that. Jalen Ramsey's just young. You know what I mean? Young, cocky. You know what I mean? Yeah, just saying things. He's highly confident in himself, which I'm not mad at. I love that.
Right.
I love that.
When you're out there on that island alone, you gotta have that. You gotta have what he has.
You tell him.
You gotta have what he has, and I love it. And cause this, don't get me wrong, this type of talk right here makes me wish sometimes that we drafted Jalen Ramsey over Zeke.
Yeah, but I thought about that. But
I love Zeke.
But we had a dilemma that year. It was either him, Bosa, or...
It was the situation that we put in.
Yeah, but
the situation that we was put in was... you
can't pass on Zeke.
No, the thing was, we had a Super Bowl caliber team. We wasn't counting on Romo getting hurt again.
Yeah, that year.
At that year.
That set us back.
So that set us back. Actually, that set us back a couple years.
We did make we were number one seed that year,
but that was overrated, overhyped. We had a young quarterback. You know what I mean? We took the NFL by storm. Mm-hmm. There were just teams didn't expect that. The tape was out on Dak on the second year. Mm-hmm. That's what the difference was. The tape wasn't out. Now the tape is out. So now it's up to the coaching staff. This is where it's up to the coaching staff to put our young quarterback in better situation to be successful. But it's, right, sometimes I wish that we, but I'm glad that we drafted Zeke. Don't get me wrong, I love Zeke. Zeke, that's my guy. He's a Buckeye. OH.
Ayo.
That's my guy.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? So I love Zeke. But that kind of swag that Jalen Ramsey shows, like, don't throw the ball over here.
That's spontaneous.
Don't throw the ball over here.
That's spontaneous on the defense.
Hey.
But in his defense, that defense is already loaded right now. That defense is loaded.
I think a lot is because of him. He gives guys confidence.
Boye is on the other side too.
But were you talking about Jacksonville's defense before he got there?
No, but him and Boye wasn't there either.
Yeah, that's true. Boye's a lockdown corner. That's true. They're both
two solid studs on the outside, man.
Two solid studs. Mm-hmm. They're both lockdown corners. I mean, because that's what they build off of. That's what their head coach.
Yeah, speed.
Yeah.
Oh, Gus Bradley put that
Gus
team
Bradley.
together. For real.
Yeah, Gus Bradley put it together.
Right. He ain't got to see it through.
Right. Yeah, but Gus Bradley, that's what he built his defense.
Miles Jack is coming along.
It was basically looked like Seattle's defense. Look what Seattle did.
Yeah.
So it's basically that's what they're doing. They got their two corners. They're going to shut down.
And they do look like Seattle's defense.
That's what it is. Because Jalen Ramsey's built kind of like Richard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's long. He's not the fastest guy, but he can run.
He knows how to play
bait
coverage.
Right. Yep. And so it's I like Jalen because Jalen's already top 3 corner in the league. Already, I'm not gonna say he's the best. I don't know if he's the best. But he's top 3 corner definitely. So, but speaking of young, he's another young talent. This kid Zion Williamson from Duke. Dang. Did you see the game the other night?
I didn't see it, but I rewatched it. And I had to, because I know you was trolling me on Facebook, so I had to watch it. And DMV, I'm a lifelong Warriors fan. You see the shirt, see the hat, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what I bleed. I hate Duke, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. Zion Williamson is the truth, man. And I'm gonna break it down for you. This man is big. He's strong, he's fast, and he gets up off the ground in like a second, man. Like a springboard. You know what I mean? And not only that, I'm a big fan of just going hard and showing your true grit.
This is on record.
You know what I mean? I hate when I see my big man, just diva, pretty boy. I didn't put you on the court to be a pretty boy. You know what I mean? If you want to be a pretty boy, go to Paris and France and model. Yeah, he's showing it like I'm here. The way he snatches rebounds, the way he takes it to the cup, his jump shots coming along, which I doubted him on. I'm not doubting him anymore because I feel like he's working on his game a lot. And I don't know if that, maybe YouTube or ballerslife.com just wanted to show his dunk highlights all the time. So I never really saw him play until now. Him mixed with RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish, that's going to be a deadly team right now.
Deadly team. But I just know that kid RJ Barrett, he did his thing too. But Zion Williamson, I told you earlier,
I doubted
his scoring is not what impressed me. The way that man jumped up and grabbed the rebound, it was crazy. I mean, he just snatched them out the air, and it almost looked like the ball hits the rim, it was still going up. That's what it almost looked like. And he just snatched that bad boy out the air. And it was crazy, man. That kid, he's going to be something amazing. 6'7", 285. He's going to be a problem on the blocks. He's definitely going to be a problem.
He's not going to cheat.
I was on the record thinking he might be, his weak point is he could be an Anthony Bennett. But that's no way. He's not no Anthony Bennett. That guy is way more athletic.
But see, it goes to what I said. But willing to work. You know what I mean? Anthony Bennett was soft. This guy, he bangs in the land of the Wolves, man.
Oh yeah, the way he went up and just grabbed him rebounds.
Nah, he wants it. He wants it. He bangs in the land of the Giants. Hey, Jeremy, man, you gotta give Zion Williamson a round of applause because as a fan, I love when I see my big guys going after it, man. You know what I mean?
He's going to be a good player for Duke. I can definitely see him averaging 10 plus rebounds.
Best.
I can definitely see him averaging 10 plus rebounds.
Oh yeah.
I told you earlier too, Coach K. Calipari's in trouble because now Coach K is going after those one and dones.
Coach Calipari could have had.
Oh, but now Coach K coming and snatching them all up.
He's going into Canada.
This is Coach K. We're talking about. You know what I mean? This is Mike Krzyzewski. We talked about the guy that came from Army, and I believe he played on the Bob Knight, didn't he?
At Army, yeah.
And so it was this guy. He's made to be a great coach.
He's already established. He's like a mob boss at this point.
Oh, at this point, man, he's the boss. He's the boss, and he looks like he'll be the mob boss.
Yeah, he runs shit.
About it.
Yeah, Coach K.
But Coach K, Big respects out for him, but it's gonna be a Zion. I don't see how they lose a game.
Yeah, because traditionally Duke, the way he did it, always never in trouble, never any NCAA sanctions or anything, of that nature. So kids graduated, the 3-year guys, 4-year guys. But sometimes you have to adapt. When things around you, nothing stays the same forever. Things are starting to change around you. You're losing your grip a little bit. You see all these coaches up and coming, taking the league by storm. So now you got to, retweak some things.
Right.
Get out your comfort zone a little bit. You see it with Nick Saban in Alabama, done the same thing over the years. Same concept, same principles, but you just got to, adapt to what's going on. Mm-hmm. Because you don't want to keep losing key recruits every year and stuff like that. So, shout out to Coach K, man.
Coach K.
Yeah.
Hey, he did a great job, man. I like how Coach K rocked the road, but it's going to be an interesting basketball season. I'm definitely put my money on Duke.
I'm put my money on them Hoyas, man. You know what I mean? Put my money on them
Georgetown
Hoyas.
sucks.
Yeah, put my
them
money
niggas
on them Hoyas.
haven't been good since George.
I gave the credit.
John Thompson.
I gave
Sr.
the credit. I can't be
They haven't been
sellout.
good since John Thompson Sr.
You know what I mean?
John Thompson Sr. was the last time y'all was good. What happened the last time y'all played Ohio State? Y'all don't know, I'm an Ohio State football fan, basketball fan,
No comment.
volleyball fan, baseball fan,
No comment.
golf fan, tennis fan. I'm just an Ohio State fan, period. If you're a student of Ohio State, guess what? I'm a fan of you. That's just how I feel.
No
But
comment.
this guy, what happened the last time we played y'all?
What happened the last time y'all played us? We had an imposter, take the court for us wearing double nickel. Mr. Hibbert. Hopefully you see this one day. You bitched out on us.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
You bitched out on us, and I was very.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
You know what? Get some gunshots, Jeremy. That's for you, Roy Hibbert. You motherfucker. I thought you was all that in a bag of chips. And Ohio State had a phenom, a freshman. He had two of them, Conley and Greg Oden. But Greg Oden just straight took you to the backyard and
He did his thing.
Did his thing. Boy, that man took you to the woodshed. I'm not saying you can't stop Greg Oden. He was the #1 pick. You know what I mean? I mean what I say. If you take it personal, fine. I don't care. But, he took you to the woodshed, dude. Like, you're a senior. He's a freshman. Come on, let's show some heart or something. Well, we talk about Zion Williamson.
Right.
Talking about Zion Williamson. He shows heart. Like, I want this. I'm not backing down from the moment.
Right.
That's all I wanted to see.
Right.
That's all. Make it hard for Greg Oden.
That's all, but
Make it hard.
Greg Oden was a
Ohio
man.
State keyed in on my man Jeff Green, player of the year in the Big East that year. Keyed in on him, like, we want to take you out the game,
Greg Oden
this thing
was
ain't got
a
no
man
heart.
down there, man.
Not only Georgetown, you showed that in the NBA.
But Greg Oden was a man down there, man.
He was a man, and
That's all right.
Roy Hibbert was still a boy.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Roy Hibbert, man, but, this is what it is.
Hey, Roy, this is him speaking.
This is me.
I don't feel that way. I think you put maximum effort down there. You just stepped up to a better
Fuck
player.
you.
You just played a better player, and that's
Fuck
all
you.
that happened.
Because you guys benefited from the win?
Happens to the best of us. You had a better career than Greg Oden, without a doubt. But there's just that one game as an Ohio State fan, I just think he got to you. But it's okay. It's you had a great career. I think it helped you out going forward. But yeah, that's just his opinion, Greg, not mine.
Well, the funny part about it is, even though we did get our asses handed to us, did you guys get washed by Florida in the national championship game?
We don't want to talk about that. We're talking about your team. Did we get washed by Georgetown in the Final Four?
No comment.
That's all I want to know.
No
Don't
comment.
go out here trying to bring up somebody
No
else's
comment.
team. That's that trash shit that people be doing.
No
you
comment.
want to bring up somebody
No comment.
else's team. Man, fuck all that bullshit, man. We talking about this team right here.
No comment.
Did you beat us in 2006? No, you did not. You took an L. L means a loser. That's what you took. So that Georgetown shit can go in the trash. That's why that shit like a creamy color now anyway.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Fuck
you
you.
wanna come at me with my bullshit. You got what I'm saying?
Fuck you.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Asshole.
Yeah, but anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by this guy here, Zion Williamson is going to be a great ball player for Duke. He's going
to be a legend for sure.
Yeah.
He's going to be a legend for sure.
Not so fast, my friend. I don't know about a legend.
He's going to be a legend.
A legend?
Yeah.
I don't know about a legend, dang. That's really jumping out there. You know what I mean? I don't know about that.
What's wrong with being a legend? He's going to be a legend. I see it.
I don't know about that. I don't know, but we'll see about that. So, is there any other sleepers you know out there?
Sleepers?
Yeah, you just said Cam. What's that dude? Your other name, Redding? What you said?
Oh, Cam Reddish. You know.
Cam Reddish.
Yeah, he's R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish. I
don't know too much about him. Enlighten me.
I think him and R.J. Barrett are from Canada. So
Okay.
they're both from Canada. He was the number 3 overall recruit in the nation. I think R.J. Barrett was number 1. Zion was 2, but I think those are inflated. I think Zion's going to be, he's going to be the number 1 pick, as you stated. I do see it now. But Cam Reddish, I think, is going to be a better pro prospect. He can put the ball on the floor,
Could you see it? Because I said about the tickets.
The tickets,
When I told you
I
about
didn't factor that in.
selling tickets.
I didn't factor that in.
Sell tickets.
But Cam Reddish is fluid, man. He can put the ball on the score. He reminds me of a KD. Tall, lanky. He can put the ball on the score.
We've seen guys like that, and I haven't.
What do you think?
KD's
He's a two-time champion.
But he's a dime a dozen. You know who else was a KD?
Who?
Brandon Ingram. Does he look like a KD?
Well, Brandon Ingram wasn't put into a situation where he can be the guy.
I don't think he has.
He's not KD. Maybe in Duke he was.
KD. He was never KD at Duke.
KD
was giving you 25 plus a game at Duke.
I don't think
in college.
I don't think Ingram was a fluent scorer like KD.
I don't think he ever was. I just think. See, what happens is these guys are built like certain players. So when they're built like certain players, they start saying they're that's their comparison. Nigga, just because you built like them don't mean you are them.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, because KD is a dime a dozen. And you would never find another KD. I don't care what nobody says. KD is one of those players. I think there is a high possibility that we're not seeing it now, but maybe 10 years from now, depending on what KD is doing, we're probably talking about him being one of the greats.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He's already on his way.
Depending on what he's doing.
But
Ingram
could be a solid role player on the team. But I think Cam Reddish is the better prospect on that team. You know what I mean? I'm not taking anything away from Zion Williamson and R.J. Barrett averaging 34 a game. Just crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. With a Zion Williamson on the team. He's averaged like 29 in his first 2 preseason games.
I mean, cause that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Zion Williamson better because Zion, first of all, he's more efficient. He was more efficient.
You think he's coming to Chicago?
Nah, cause we're not going to have that high of a pick.
You're not going to tank it?
I don't think we're not going to have the high of a pick. I think we have a nice young team.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be one of those sleeper teams. I definitely think we're a playoff team.
You guys are snoring.
I definitely think we're a playoff team. I definitely think we're a playoff team. Oh, I definitely think we're a playoff team.
At home.
No, I definitely think we're a playoff team.
No way.
But I'm not saying we're going to make noise in the playoffs, but you got to remember LeBron is gone. So I just think that East is wide open. So Cavs, what?
Not for you guys.
Oh yeah, I think we got it.
That only pertains to maybe 2 or 3 teams.
Nah, I think we got it, man. I think we got it.
No.
I think we're in good shape. I think we're in good shape, man. We got Wendell Carter Jr. You know what I mean? We drafted that guy.
Wendell Carter Jr. is a role player.
Hey,
he's going to be.
We got Bobby.
He's going to be a 12 and
we got
8
Bobby
guy.
Portis. We got Bobby Portis. We got
Bobby
Lloyd
Portis.
Lloyd Marketing. Go ahead and go to my rookie.
No, Marketing is good. good.
Yeah.
He's probably might be the cornerstone. You might have to build around him.
Yeah,
he's going to be your lead scorer.
That's where we.
He's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy.
Marketing got that guy.
He's going to be the guy.
We got Zach LaVine.
Portis. What does Portis do?
Huh?
Besides punch people in the mouth, what does he do?
Portis will give you 18 and 8.
No.
What?
No.
Portis gives you 18
He might have
and 8.
a good month. 18.
Nah, he'll give you 18. I'll tell you this. Portis will average 15 and 8. He would average 15 and 8, but he's capable
Portis what,
of
a power forward or a small forward?
Huh? He can play both, but they more put him at power.
So Marketing is power, right?
Yeah, they basically play the same position.
So, but Porter's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Okay.
They both play the same position.
Right. Okay, come off the bench. Come off the bench is not bad. I just don't see the touches.
He's giving you 15 and 8.
Yeah, I don't see the touches going through him.
He's giving you 15 and 8. Because I'm gonna let you know, when you watch the Bulls, a lot of the problems is when Laurie and Portis are on the court at the same time. Because they both basically do almost the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But Laurie just shoots the 3-ball at a more consistent pace. Yeah. But Bobby can also hit that bad boy. Yeah. But and Bobby adds toughness. That's what Bobby adds that Laurie really doesn't have. You know what I mean? So they really complement each other very well on the court. Mm-hmm. So and that was causing teams problems because we can they both have length. They both have great length, and we can stretch them both out. Mm-hmm. So it was like basically we had 2 stretch 4s on the court at the same time.
Bobby Porter's, I don't know Bobby.
Bobby's a good player, Dave.
Well, you know your team more than I do. I know
Bobby's a good player.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad.
Bobby's a great player. Like, Bobby's the guy, like I always tell people this. Bobby punched his teammate in the mouth, but his teammate is no longer there. And his teammate was a good player, too. You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he can stroke it.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name, but he can stroke it.
Yeah. What's
number 44?
Nico Mirotic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Nico. My bad.
Yeah. But he can, they can swap it. So they traded him away. So that's what makes me look at it like, Portis is a great piece. He's going to be a great piece in our rebuild. Mm-hmm. And also, I think it was something that Mirotic did. Because usually that doesn't happen. Because Mirotic was a running 6-man of the year candidate. Mm-hmm. That's what he's been.
Yeah, I like Mirotic.
Mirotic is a good ball player. I like him too. He's a great ball player. But there's just things that just didn't happen. But my Bulls, I mean, I don't know how we jumped on this basketball topic, but with the NBA, but my Bulls, we're going to be good. Oh, could you ask me if we're going to draft them? We're not going to draft Zion. You know, now you're Heat.
No, then we definitely wouldn't draft Zion. If you had a hot pick like that, I'm definitely going for R.J. Barrett or Cam Reddish. People haven't seen Cam Reddish yet. You know, the guy can ball.
I'm interested. I mean, you've been talking about him the last couple of days.
Look him up, man. Look him up.
I'm interested, very interested to see what he does. You've been talking about him the last couple of days. So, enough of this basketball topic stuff, man. Enough of this sports. Let's talk about the march that was supposed to happen that never happened.
What march?
Huh?
What march?
The white supremacy march of 20 people.
Oh, there was supposed to be a march?
Yeah, it was more like a fundraiser.
A fundraiser.
Yeah, it was more like not even a fundraiser. What do you want to call it? It's a what do you call it if it's only like 20 people? It was just terrible. I don't know what you want to call it.
A gathering. A bonfire.
Yeah, bonfire. Like that. It was.
Look, man, you KKK.
It wasn't Charlottesville.
You KKK motherfuckers, man. Like Jeremy said, this ain't Charlottesville, man. This isn't 1796. You're just not gonna be marching down the Constitution Avenue or Pennsylvania Avenue talking about some white power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There will be some consequences. I don't think they had enough police that can hold what was going to happen.
Oh no, definitely.
No way.
Definitely.
Now, I don't want nobody to get hurt, but this is a serious time, day and age right now.
Yeah, that was just pretty funny.
We're not taking that lightly.
I told you that. I already knew off break it was going to happen. I was never worried about it because I was just like, come on, man, this is. Mm-hmm. At most, it'd probably be 100 people there.
You don't want no smoke, man.
They don't want that.
You don't want no smoke.
Because I already knew. So it was nothing. You know what I mean? My boy said he went down there, then he went back home because there was only 5 people down there. He said he only seen 5 of them. And I was just like, oh man, we knew that wasn't going to happen. So, because this is Chocolate City, baby. That's Chocolate City. That's Chocolate City. Man. So you already knew they wasn't going to march around here, around there. Like, that's crazy. But those people, wow. You know what I mean? They looking like, a whole bunch of people looking like they off of Ozark.
Ozark.
Ozark was like,
Okay. Ozark was one of my favorite shows right now, man.
Hey, yeah, you hit me, man.
Oh, damn. Let's get on Ozark,
man. You hit me to that Ozark, man. Ozark is a great show. They talk about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about a lot, man. Ozark was a great
Teach her the money launder, too.
Oh, man. I don't,
Did I spill something?
Hey, you over there talking about money laundering.
Hey, tell me how you feel about Ozark, though, man, because I felt like that show was a good
They ain't
show.
over there talking about...
Tell me how you feel about the Ozark, Jeremy.
The Ozark was a great show.
What did you take away from it?
I think it's more. I think it's very similar to my favorite show, Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. Ozark, he's making moves. He's just, and it's something that would never stop. But it's just a great show overall. If you guys don't know, it's about a guy that's money. Jason Bateman's in it. He's the key character. He's a money laundering business. He basically has to move to this place in Ozark, Missouri, to launder money because he's flipping money and all this other stuff, and he's in this city with nothing around. Him and his wife, his 2 kids. His wife and his 2 kids know about the situation, but it's kind of crazy, man. It's a great show. It's a great show. I really like it. I think if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it.
Mm-hmm.
The new episode, the new season comes out on August 31st. But my favorite character in it is Ruth, just because I think she's smart.
Mm-hmm.
She's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows how to make the right decision. She had to kill her uncles, and that was very tough. But other than that, it was a great show.
Yeah, man, it's good, man, because he got a second lease on life.
Right.
And to why? He picked the Ozark off of a brochure or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Some random shit, you know. And his one of his colleagues was skimming money off the top from one of the cartel leaders,
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't go over well, man. I ain't gonna try to spill too much for y'all, man, but you know, I just felt like like it's Breaking Bad. I've had a show that I got into like that well because you know, I came across that show on accident. Actually,
Right.
it's on Amazon Prime. You know, it's good. But one of my favorite scenes that I took away from that season 1 was when they were in the house and they was about to start a casino, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was walking out, the cartel leader was walking out the house, and he said something redneck. I can't remember exactly what he said.
He said, I can't believe Marty. I mean, what's the dude's name?
Marty, I think.
No. Is it Marty?
Oh no, the white hit. I forgot.
No. Is dude Marty?
I think Bateman's Marty.
Bateman's Marty.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he said, Marty, man, you are something else.
Right.
You got me to do business with some fucking rednecks.
Oh shit.
That's what he said. And the lady heard him, and he said, "What was that you said?" And then he said, and it was already seemed like he already knew it was going to be a problem. Because he took that deep breath, and he was like, and he turned around. All I said was, "Marty got me to do business with some fucking red." Pow!
Yo, he split his head like a damn watermelon.
His head wide open. I was like, "Jeez!"
Oh shit!
Right there goes the business.
Yep.
There goes the business. So it's going to be quite interesting next season, man. But that was the final episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one. So it's going to be quite interesting because I know, Marty's working for the cartel, so I know the cartel is going to be coming looking for that guy that has got his head blown off. So there's going to be a whole other issue going on.
If he solved one problem, another one pop up.
Another one always pops up. They're going to be in it forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just like how they got rid of the first $8 million, he brought him $50 million. And he was just testing Marty then because he knew Marty barely flipped the $8 million. So how is he going to be able to clean the $50 million? You know what I mean? So
and especially in Ozark.
Right, in Ozark. So he already knew.
You want to take a trip to Ozark one day?
No, I ain't taking no trip to
Nigga, what the fuck y'all motherfuckers doing out here?
I ain't seen not one black person yet. You tell me you seen one.
You lost, boy?
Yeah, I ain't seen not one in that damn show.
Where you from, boy?
But yeah. But speaking of shows, man, Power was quite interesting last episode, man.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Ghost made some moves. Ghost is I hear people. I heard a person say that Ghost was a rat because he basically he's doing rat stuff by recording people and all the other stuff, and I thought that was quite an interesting take. But it's really moving, man. Power's really doing some things.
No, yeah, that's the rat situation you just brought up. Yeah, that was interesting because that's something that everybody overlooked, and just to pick that up, it's like, yeah, you know, he sent Kane into jail, put Tommy in jail. You know what I mean? That you recorded. That's just some rat shit. Right. But I think Ghost is losing it, man. He's becoming unraveled, man. Dre, every time he matches Dre, you know, raises the bar again, you know, and counters it.
Right.
And Ghost is like, damn, you know what I mean? He has a lot of stuff going on. His daughter just, you know, got shot and killed. Tyreek is acting like a wild man. Dre is really making moves. And Tasha, so he's just losing control all around. So it's hard to kind of, you know, for him to focus on what he has to do, which he has in the previous seasons. He's just always been on top of his game. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like everything's crumbling. It's testing him right now. You know, so, but he got the politician back in his back pocket, so he's good. You know, Tasha, you know, thought her pussy can get her, you know, far.
Hey, Tasha was left in the house. Mm-hmm. She looking like Will Smith on the last episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Give Tasha a round of applause.
She was just sitting there. Tasha was just sitting there, you know what I mean? Just Ghost was having that shit.
Round of applause for you, Tasha.
Ghost, man, she deserves another one. Ghost was not having that shit. She was not having that shit. My lawyer at one point in time. Yeah. You got me fucked up.
And Silver Know was good, man.
Right, you got me fucked up. You know what I mean? So I already know I gave him this choice. He had a decision he had to make. And honestly, he made the right decision. Bounce.
Angie don't know what she wants.
Bounce. Oh, Angie knows what she wants. She wants to go. She already knows. She already knows she taking penitentiary chances. Yeah. She already knows she in there. Like she said, she already knows. She just told Ghost, say, I'm going to jail. Mm-hmm. And what he say? No, you won't. Mm-hmm. And all that. So, you know.
And Tommy, man. And now he's going to bring Keisha to the family. Now, the only reason why I didn't see people talking about that is people don't understand mafia, Italians, and all that stuff. Bringing a black person, let alone a black woman, to the dinner table. I mean, come on, man. Right. I'm interested to see how that goes. Right. He might get the mom a heart attack.
That's true, man. That's true, man. It's gonna be
Tommy just all the way in with it, man.
It's gonna be a whole nother ball game.
Tommy got to listen, man.
Tommy don't.
Tommy got to listen, man.
Tommy's a hot head and just doesn't pay attention.
Tommy got to listen, man. He got to listen to mom, dude. She know what's good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Teresi ain't he wild.
Gotcha.
And the snitch.
That's true, man. Oh, he is a snitch. Definitely a snitch. You know what I mean? He's just trying to lock his son up. And that's just not good for business. It is not good for business whenever you try to lock your son up. Where do they do that at, Dane?
I don't know where they do that at, man, but I just want to give a gunshot salute for the rats, man. I'm going to give them a gunshot salute, Jeremy.
We're going to give them a But yeah, man. It's pretty bad, man. You got any sleeper shows?
Sleeper shows? Oh yeah, man. There's another show, two shows on Amazon Prime. Sneaky Pete. Got to take a look at that one, man.
Gotcha.
Got to take a look at that one. And Goliath, also on Amazon Prime. I'm not gonna give too much away, but Sneaky Pete about a convict who stole his prison mate's identity and infiltrated his family while he, pieces the puzzle to everything that he has to get done. So go ahead and check that out, Jeremy, man. Let me know how you feel.
I definitely gotta check that out.
You're definitely gonna be hooked. So if you start watching that, you're gonna be binging for a while.
He's gonna be binging for a while.
You're gonna get hooked.
Well, I definitely gotta start watching that. So I'm very interested in seeing that. Mm-hmm. So in other current events and news, it's been a sad day this week. Lost a queen, Aretha. Queen Aretha has passed. She was having complications with her health. It was rumored last week that things was going on. Well, things were going on last week.
Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, so I'm very sad to hear her go. It's very tough. She's one of the queens, one of the legends that begun it all. A lot of singers, especially a lot of black female singers today, they looked up to Aretha. Aretha is a legend. She's a queen. We will always remember Aretha. She will forever live through her music. Dane, do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, rest in peace, Aretha. My condolences to you and your family. You're definitely the queen of soul. Every time I heard your voice, I honestly, besides Whitney Houston, I always thought that you had the golden voice, man. You know, you had a gift, and a gift is provided and filtered through African American homes and other homes throughout the United States and across the world throughout your years. You know, you blessed us, and so rest in peace. Heaven definitely got to gain the angel, and continue. Your music will continue to live on, you know, throughout the years. Thank you, Aretha Franklin. Rest in peace.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast, episode 10. Thanks for tuning in with the new Aretha Franklin. Son of a preacher man. Have a good Saturday.
Billy Ray was a preacher's son. When his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gather around the parlor talking, that's when Billy would take me walking. Through the backyard we go walking. They look into my eyes. Oh, no, my surprise. The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. Hallelujah, he was. Oh, he was. Hallelujah. Being good isn't always easy, no matter how I try. When it starts sweet talking to me, tell me everything is alright. Baby, baby, everything is alright. Can I sneak away again tonight now? The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher. I tell you that the only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. Hallelujah, he was. Oh, he was. How well
Rest in peace, darling.
I remember
I'll always remember.
the look that was in his eye, stealing kisses from me on the side, taking time to make time, telling me that he's all mine, learning from each other slowly, looking to see how